Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Torgan Hazard aimed beyond the defence. Oh, decent chance!
What a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be a pivotal moment.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, it's hard not to take a liking to this guy, Pedro. One of the more unassuming characters on the pitch, despite coming through into the game along with probably the greatest generation of players Spain produced. Such a consummate profession.
Yeah, the easiest way to make a difference is to score, so no argument there. And it's Barella. Looking to play him in. Torgan Hazard. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Torgan Hazard. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent, it's almost personal, and it had to be.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome, too much traffic. They've got to make this nice and quick.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
It's a pretty loose pass. So it is still 0-0. There will be a throw-in. Thiago Silva.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Pass somewhat off target. Pedro is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And the through ball. Semenyo gets through and it tries a shot! And he's done it! The breakthrough strike!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Looking for options for movement. Chance for a shot! Oh, surely that deserved better.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Sporting Braga with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Up he goes! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Torgan Hazard. And it's Fabinho. Good chance here! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Cleared without hesitation. Sporting Braga have the chance to go the other way. Can he latch on to this? He has found the way through. And he shoots! He slid in, and that has raised the temperature on the touchline. Semenyo. Can he get it through? Pedro! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Xiao spots it and intercepts.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Oh, it's a foul there right on the edge of the box. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Barella with a real chance here.
The keeper is ultra busy in trying to just get everything in order.
He's missed, but not by that far.
Barella certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on. It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Pedro. That is good strength. That's the keeper's ball. Torgan Hazard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Could move up a gear here. Torgan Hazard in acres of space out wide. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That has been cut short. Barella. Barella showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Hazard. Semenyo.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Torgan Hazard. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Zakaria.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Now that looks a decent ball. Barella. Oh, that's a fine interception. And there's the end of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Corner number 2 then. Oh, this looks sharp. And now a sudden chance to counter. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Mina. Now he's off and running. Now it's Azar. Barella calmly anticipates. Barella tries making a foray down the right. Knocks it into space. He's being urged to shoot. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Well read, nice interception. Barella. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Semenyo looking understandably energised after his goal. Now it's Semenyo. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Sporting Braga appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Pinged towards the front line. Oh, good spread. Can he get on the end of this? Can he get onto this? Sporting Braga have reclaimed it. Now, can they get him away?
Sporting Braga really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Turns and goes back. He's in a good position here. It's run loose here. Zakaria deals with that comfortably. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, well measured. Well, that's been cut out, well played. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass. Little doubt, that is a foul. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Substitutions taking place.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Not the most accurate pass. Zakaria. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Semenyo. He's found a way through. Opts to play it back. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically. Can he finish? And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
It's their second corner of the game. And it's hoisted clear. The pass has gone astray. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. And it's Fabinho. Looking tidy in possession here. He's going for goal! And he has kept it out somehow.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
So, third corner of the game. And that has been knocked clear. Great vision. And he's there to belt it away. So their fourth corner of the game. And he can clear it away.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. That has been slung wide. Now it's Gnabry, bumps him off it and wins back the ball. 1-0 as we head towards the end. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Semenyo. And that has left him in a heap. No, that's been intercepted. Sporting Braga do have a chance to counter here. Tries to play it through. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he?
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Closing in on goal.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Very much into the last knockings. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident.
Yeah, and the whole stadium knew.
Has a shot! A real chance and a real let-off.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Zakaria. Time and again they are repelled.
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
Oh, great run, magical! Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. And he's going to have his name taken.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Well, this looks promising in terms of... And he shoots! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Bob. Well, that pass isn't the best. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And he is going into that little black book. He's shaping up to have a crack from here. He's having a go. And with that, the final whistle. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Semenyo claiming the...